I wanted to share with you a beautiful story that I heard recently. There was a Hasidic Jew who was imprisoned in a Soviet jail cell for committing the terrible crime of spreading Judaism in Russia. Well, a Soviet jail cell is not exactly a happy place, but this Jew managed to stay positive. He was exuberant and he served God with joy. And his fellow prisoners and the prison guards got a little irritated by this behavior, and they decided to give him a little bit of a reality check. So one day, one of them came over to him and said, "You should know that the universe is massive. This planet is one of many planets. The nearest star is hundreds of light years away. So you're just a speck of dust on the face of the whole world, on the face of the whole earth. So why are you going out of your way to fight the Russian government, to spread Judaism as if, you're making as if it's going to have such a big effect? You're going to be here today, gone tomorrow. You're just a speck of dust. What's the big deal? Why is it worth fighting?" But they noticed that after they told him this, not only did he not get down, he actually got more excited, more enthusiastic about what he was doing. So they came up to him and they said, "Listen, we understand why it didn't depress you. Maybe you managed to get over it. But surely this shouldn't have made you more excited." See, he said, "Let me tell you something. The Talmud teaches that God created Adam as the first man, alone in this world. There was nobody else, because God wanted to teach a lesson, that each individual should look at himself as if the entire world was worth being created just for him to do his mission." He says, "Until today, I didn't really know how big the world was. I knew my house, I knew the synagogue, I knew the supermarket, my little city, especially in those days when travel wasn't so common. So how big was the world already? So the message was inspiring, but didn't really hit me, the magnitude of it. But now that I see how big the world is, and yet you're telling me that all of this would be worth being created just for me to do my mission, wow, that's inspiring. And that's why I feel more excited." Well, this is a lesson I think which all of us can take to heart. We tend to sometimes think of ourselves and say, who cares if I I push myself a little bit more to do something better, to do a mitzvah. I'm just a speck of dust, here today, gone tomorrow. How important is it really? And this message and this lesson teaches us that no, we need to look as if us being created, was God put us here for a reason, for a purpose, and he's looking at us and hoping that we fulfill our mission in this world. And the entire world is revolving around us doing our mission in this world, which is a very empowering and very inspiring message to live our lives with. With that, I want to wish you a good Shabbos.